Norway is a land of breathtaking drama, towering mountains, deep fjords, and wild, untamed nature. Here, the landscape itself seems to defy imagination, with sheer cliffs plunging into icy waters and endless forests stretching toward the horizon. The elements are powerful, shaping not just the land, but the people who call it home. For centuries, Norwegians have thrived in this harsh landscape, drawing inspiration from its raw beauty. Their lives have always been intertwined with the land and sea, forging a deep respect for nature's power and unpredictability. Generations have learned to adapt, innovate, and persevere, building communities that reflect both resilience and creativity. From Viking explorers who braved the unknown seas, to modern engineers tackling the challenges of the Arctic, Norway has always pushed boundaries. The spirit of adventure and ingenuity runs deep, connecting the past to the present in remarkable ways. Today, that spirit is alive in a bold, new project, slicing open a mountain to create a hidden sea inside. It's a feat that would have seemed impossible just a generation ago, yet now it's becoming reality. This isn't just engineering for its own sake. It's a daring plan to protect life itself. The stakes are higher than ever, as climate change and global tensions threaten the delicate balance of the Arctic. The project, called Fjordgard, is Norway's answer to the growing crises in the Arctic. It's a vision that brings together scientists, engineers, and local communities, united by a common goal. It's a sanctuary for marine life, shielded from the threats of a warming world and rising conflict. Here, rare species can find refuge, and ecosystems can recover in safety. Norway is using its greatest asset, its landscape, to build an ark for the 21st century. This is a place where nature and technology meet, forging a new path for conservation. This is a story of survival, innovation, and hope. It's about people coming together to face unprecedented challenges and daring to dream of a better future. As we explore this incredible project, we'll see how cutting-edge technology meets ancient geology. Every decision is shaped by the land's history and the urgent needs of today. We'll learn about the fragile lives this project aims to save, from polar bears to plankton. Each species is a vital thread in the Arctic's web of life, and their survival is tied to our own. More than an engineering marvel, Fjordgard is a statement about our responsibility to the natural world. It challenges us to rethink our relationship with the environment and to act with courage and compassion. It's a beacon of hope for a future where we work with nature to heal our planet, a testament to what's possible when bold dreams meet the land of giants. To understand Norway's radical plan, look north, to the Arctic, a region where the boundaries between nature, politics, and survival blur into one. Here the landscape is both breathtaking and unforgiving, shaped by millennia of ice and isolation. It's a place where climate change, global politics, and economic ambitions collide with increasing intensity, creating a complex web of challenges and opportunities. The Arctic is warming 4 times faster than the rest of the planet, melting ancient sea ice and opening up new shipping routes that were once impassable. These changes are not just scientific curiosities, they are transforming the region's future. As the ice retreats, the Arctic has become a geopolitical hotspot. Russia, China, the US, and NATO are all racing to stake their claims, sending more ships, building bases, and forging new alliances in these icy waters. Norway, sharing a border with Russia's heavily militarized Kola Peninsula, suddenly finds itself on the front lines of this new Arctic contest. The stakes are higher than ever before. Protecting its long, rugged coastline is now a matter of national security, not just ecology. Surveillance, patrols, and environmental monitoring have become daily realities. The open seas are more crowded and contested than ever, with commercial vessels and military ships jostling for space, threatening the Arctic's delicate ecosystem and the livelihoods of those who depend on it. Increased shipping and military activity bring new dangers, oil spills that are nearly impossible to clean, noise that disrupts marine life, and invasive species that threaten native ecosystems. The very waters that are home to polar bears, whales, and countless other unique species have become a stage for power struggles, putting wildlife at risk in ways never seen before. Norway realized that to truly protect the Arctic, it needed a place of absolute refuge, hidden away from the world's conflicts and ambitions, a sanctuary where nature could thrive undisturbed. That's where the idea for Fjordgard was born. A vision for a protected haven, deep within an isolated fjord, far from the reach of industry and politics. Fjordgard would be a sanctuary, safe from both environmental and human threats, a last refuge for the Arctic's wild heart and a symbol of hope in a rapidly changing world. Project Fjordgard is as audacious as it sounds, a fully enclosed, self-sustaining marine ecosystem inside a coastal mountain. Engineers will hollow out a granite mountain beside a deep fjord, creating a vast cathedral-like cavern. This hidden sea will be filled with pristine Arctic water, protected from pollution, noise, and invasive species. Fjordgard will act as a living library, a biological seed bank for Arctic marine life. 2 tunnels, 1 intake, 1 outflow, will control water flow filtered to absolute purity. Once filled, the system is sealed, managed as a closed ecosystem. Pumps powered by geothermal and tidal energy will mimic natural currents. Full-spectrum LED lights will simulate Arctic daylight and polar night. Norway isn't just building a giant aquarium, it's creating a perfect protected piece of the Arctic Ocean, a sanctuary for the future. Fjordgard fuses proven engineering with bold innovation. Giant tunnel boring machines will carve the mountain, with debris used to reinforce the structure and build infrastructure. Laser-guided systems and ground-penetrating radar ensure the mountain's stability. The entrance, deep underwater, will be a fortress, reinforced and monitored by sensors linked to Norway's military command. The filtration system uses physical barriers, UV sterilizers, and reverse osmosis to guarantee purity. Only native microscopic life enters during the initial fill. After that, only pure water passes through. An AI system will monitor and adjust thousands of variables to keep the ecosystem in perfect balance. Geothermal heat pumps and tidal turbines provide clean, renewable energy. Fjordgard is almost entirely self-sufficient, a closed loop of sustainability. It's a model for how infrastructure can work in harmony with the planet. Fjordgard's true purpose is to serve as a lifeboat for Arctic wildlife. Rapid ocean changes are pushing many species to the brink. Inside Fjordgard, scientists will establish breeding populations of key Arctic species, like cold-water corals and polar cod. Polar cod, vital for seals and seabirds, are vanishing as sea ice disappears. By preserving them here, Norway ensures their survival even if their natural habitat collapses. The project also supports the entire food web, starting with native plankton. Some rare fjord seals may find refuge here, safe from ship strikes and fishing gear. Fjordgard is more than a sanctuary, it's a research lab, offering insights into Arctic ecosystems. The knowledge gained could help restore the wild Arctic in the future. Project Fjordgard is not without risks. Hollowing out a mountain is a monumental engineering challenge, with zero margin for error. A single flaw could lead to catastrophic failure or contamination. Geopolitically, Fjordgard may be viewed with suspicion, potentially seen as a military installation by rivals. This could escalate tensions in an already volatile region. Climate change itself poses threats. Rising sea levels or warming fjord waters could strain the facility. Ethically, some question whether it's right to choose which species to save, or if resources should go to broader climate action. Fjordgard must be part of a larger solution, not a distraction. It's a high-stakes gamble, with the future of the Arctic hanging in the balance, but bold action is needed. To truly understand Fjordgard's urgency, we need to look closely at the polar bear, the Arctic's most iconic and vulnerable resident. These magnificent creatures have become a symbol of the wild north, but also of the challenges facing our planet. Polar bears depend on sea ice for hunting, traveling, and even raising their young, but as the Arctic warms, their frozen world is shrinking at an alarming rate, leaving them with less space and fewer opportunities to survive. Earlier ice melt means the bears have less time to hunt for seals, their main food source. This leads to malnutrition, declining health, and fewer cubs surviving each year. The struggle is visible in every thin, weary bear wandering the broken ice. Beneath the ice, polar cod play a crucial role. They are a key food for seals, which in turn are vital for polar bears. But as the ice disappears, so do the cod, threatening the entire food web. That's why Fjordgard's mission to protect polar cod is so important. By safeguarding this small but essential fish, they're helping to support the entire Arctic food chain, from plankton to polar bears. Saving one species can have a ripple effect, helping plankton, corals, cod, seals, and ultimately, the polar bears themselves. Every link in the chain matters. The project recognizes the deep interconnectedness of Arctic life. Every animal, every plant, every drop of water is part of a delicate balance. It's not about saving species in isolation, but about preserving the intricate web that sustains them all, ensuring the Arctic remains vibrant and alive. The plight of the polar bear is a powerful reminder of what's at stake. Their struggle is a warning, but also a call to action for us all. Fjordgard is Norway's extraordinary answer to that call, a beacon of hope and innovation in the far north. It's a story of hope in the face of crisis, showing that with determination and care, we can help protect the wonders of the Arctic for generations to come. Fjordgard could become a global blueprint for conservation, its core lesson, proactive, not reactive action, building defenses before species reach the brink. Other nations could adapt this model, tropical biospheres for coral reefs, enclosed oases for desert plants. The technology and principles are scalable and adaptable. Fjordgard also redefines conservation as critical infrastructure, linking environmental protection to national security. This mindset could inspire governments to integrate ecology and defense, recognizing ecological collapse as a real threat. The project is a lesson in bold, inspirational leadership. In a world overwhelmed by bad news, Fjordgard is a story of hope and ingenuity. It proves we're not helpless in the face of the climate crisis. Norway is showing it's time to build solutions, no matter how audacious. Project Fjordgard is more than an engineering feat, it's a new way of thinking. It's about giving back to the earth, using our tools to heal and preserve. This hidden sea is a promise to the future, a commitment to life. Fjordgard challenges us to see every landscape as a potential sanctuary. Infrastructure can be lifeboats, designed to nurture ecosystems. Imagine a global network of sanctuaries, hidden seas, rainforest biospheres, coral gene banks. Together, they form a safety net for biodiversity and hope for future generations. Norway's bold plan asks, what will we do to protect our shared home? The answer must be collective, a global chorus of action. Hiding a sea inside a mountain is just the beginning. The real task is building a future where no life needs to hide to survive.